Mr. McCracken, what should the Apple investors be watching for today?
I'm always cautious about telling investors what to expect because it's so short term and they don't have a great sense of what matters in the long term. I think maybe the key thing for Apple as a company, though, is we might get a better sense of how the Mac and iOS relate to each other, and there's not going to be a complete merger, but they are starting to integrate the tools developers use, which is a major moment given that up until now they've focused so much on the platforms being separate and each of them doing something different, and they're moving past that, and we know that's the overarching.
Is iTunes really dead?
I have expected it to die at so many keynotes before, and it hasn't. So, if I had to guess, I might guess it's not completely dead, but it's on its way out finally.
You think we'll see a Mac Pro today?
I would hope that they would at least give us more details about it. I mean, I can remember how long ago it was. They told us it was on its way without giving any details. So
I think they said 2019.
Yeah, I hope they'll give us a taste of what it's like, even if it's not shipping next week.
All right, what the Apple investors should be looking for today?
Evidence that Apple is still doing new things and keeping up with what other companies are doing, I think. We've seen a lot of Apple's approach being different in terms of privacy and things like that, where they're doing something that's not in the same approach. And there's a lot of criticism of like Apple's not doing what Google's doing or what other companies are doing. But I think in the long term, you see that Apple's following a better plan, and they seem to have more of a plan instead of just doing something big. You know, they're doing this incremental rollout. And so what we see, a lot of times people look at WWDC and they say, oh, it's not exciting, it's not, you know, I wasn't entertained enough. But if you look over the last several years, you see this pattern of things building on top of last year's innovation, and they're catching up with a lot of things people thought were there behind it. And so I think that's what we're going to see a lot more of today. Is incremental advancement, but it's going to be impressive.
I'll tell you later.
He's doing a great newsletter.
So, Eric, what should Apple investors be looking for today?
Wow, I think we're going to get lots of operating system updates and not a lot of hardware announcements.
No Mac Pro today?
Maybe a Mac Pro, but not much beyond that.
Yeah. If there's no Mac Pro, will the stock tumble?
No, the stock is not dependent on a Mac Pro, right? It's
dependent more on Mexico.
It's a tiny percentage of their revenue, so that's not. No, I think people will be excited about a new version of iOS, new version of macOS. I think it's been well advertised. We're going to see. So probably not too many huge surprises.
Okay. For you. What should Apple investors be looking for?
Well, all of the updates are important for their customers, and I think the customers will be looking at especially things like what's new in watchOS, what's new in iOS, and of course, if you're a Mac user, you want to know what's new in Mac. There's been a lot of talk about converting iOS apps to the Mac, which is actually a very smart idea. There's been so many times when I've had an iOS app that I would have loved to have had on my Mac. And if Apple executes on everything they state here, I think that from an investor standpoint, they're going to be very pleased.
What should Apple investors be watching for?
I think Apple investors should be looking for the direction the company is going to increase value of their products. For example, we're getting to the point where the iPhone market is mature, so what services can Apple deliver on top of the iPhone platform that'll increase revenue per customer and increase value for investors? So things like Apple Arcade, subscription services, the upcoming TV Plus, anything Apple can do to build products on top of popular existing products, including Apple Watch and AirPods, which are the most popular wearables in the market.
Will Wall Street be satisfied with that?
No, Wall Street's never satisfied. Although strangely, they are more satisfied with a services revenue model that makes less money than a product model that made more money than companies that have oligopoly control over fossil fuel resources.
What should Apple investors be looking for today?
Always more value on the tools that Apple puts at their disposal, how to leverage the large ecosystem that Apple has. So it's not just about iOS, it's going to have to be about, and I have really nice colleagues pulling faces at me behind you. It's really about the whole ecosystem, so the Mac, the Watch, iPad, and iPhone. And that's what I really want to see, and I think developers will appreciate that as well.
You think Wall Street will get it?
You know, I don't know how much Wall Street gets the whole large ecosystem that Apple has. I think they do get numbers, and so looking at how many developers are here, how many are developing across platform, and then see see if Apple has any surprises when it comes to hardware.
You think there'll be a Mac Pro?
That seems the recurring rumor this week, so.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yes.
Thank you very much.